Hi, this is Roger Hannafin. We have a meditation today. We're doing a two-part meditation. The first part will be a breathing meditation. We'll start with ringing of the bell, and we'll do our breathing meditation. That is 2 breaths in, filling up the lungs completely. You can do it through your nose or through your mouth. We're going to hold for 2 seconds, about 2 seconds, and then we'll breathe out for about 10 seconds. As soon as you empty out your lungs, we're going to hold for 2 seconds. You'll feel that sensation of wanting to take a breath, and then we'll repeat 2 in, hold 2, out 10, breathing out slowly, but making sure we're completely emptying the lungs, hold 2. We'll do that for 3 minutes, at which point I'll ring the bell. And at that point, we're going to move into our observation. Remember, our observation is what we're practicing, we're practicing taking that pause from the time that we are reacting to something, like you're in traffic and somebody cuts you off. If you just react right away, it may be, oh, that person, they're so bad. Road rage, whatever it may be. But if we can practice making a pause, and we can add in our humane thought into that and maybe think, oh, well, maybe they didn't see me, or maybe they're in a rush because they're giving birth, or, any other thing. And all of a sudden, you're having a much better day, and maybe you're helping somebody else too, and we can apply that pause to any situation in life. And hopefully that will bring in some more happiness, not only for you, but for the entire world. So as we're breathing and doing our observation, we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And it's just normal breath, just whatever it can be, shallow, deep, just no stress. And just focus on the breath. We're not going to be counting like we will in the first part. And what will eventually happen is your brain, which is it will do what it's supposed to do, and it will start thinking of things. It might think about something that's happening later today. Maybe it was something somebody said yesterday or 20 years ago, but things pop up. And when those do, that means that that's fine. And the key is to observe, and when that happens, observe that, pat yourself in the back and go, oh, I'm thinking about this thing. Okay, great. And then come back to the breath. So we're going to do observation, and I failed to mention we'll start with a body scan, which I will verbally lead us from. We'll go from the head down to the toes, and then we'll just focus on the breath. And we'll do that for probably about just 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll ring the bell, and then I'll stop the meditation. But you're more than welcome to keep going for as long as you would like after that starts. So I have the dog barking, so let me see what I can do about that real quick before we get started, and we'll get going. All right, well, I think my wife came down and got the dog. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So just find your posture. If you're sitting in a chair like I am, 2 feet on the ground if you can, nice and relaxed. You want to be nice and erect, with your spine, one that's helping with good posture. And two, meditation is active. It is calming, as you'll find, but it is active. It's not like a falling asleep thing. We don't want to kind of hunch down in. So find your seat, and I'll ring the bell, and we'll start with our meditation. We're starting with our breathing. So you can take your first breath in. We're going to hold 2, and then out slowly for 10. When you get to the bottom, hold 2, and then we can breathe in. The mind is sometimes like a jar of stirred up muddy water, and this breathing exercise allows the brain to settle and all of the mud to settle down, and the brain can just clear and find focus. Keep breathing. So now just find a nice normal breath in and out. I find breathing in and out through my nose to be the best, but for me, but in and out through your mouth may be better. And we'll start with a body scan from head to toe. We'll start with the top of our head. The top of your head, there's an energy that surrounds us, or I don't know what it is, but see if you can feel the top of your head and see if you can even feel beyond the top of your head. Maybe you can feel from your hair follicles, or there's something there, at least for me. Feel the top of your head. And now start to observe your forehead. Is it wrinkled and creased, or is it relaxed in your eyebrows? Can you maybe find a little bit more relaxation there? And notice the difference when you relax your eyes. Does that change anything else? Coming down to your jaw. Are your teeth clenched? Are they loose? Maybe your tongue is pressed to the back of your teeth. Maybe you feel the breath going down the esophagus. You can feel the inside of your body as well as the outside, which is just incredible. Moving down to your neck. Carry so much that your head and so many little muscles in your neck that allow it to turn and to do all the things that your head can move. Down to your shoulders. It's where we carry our tension. A lot of times our shoulders squeeze up. Feel free to move here. Maybe shrug them up to your ears and then let it go. And observe, just observe. Can you feel those muscles change as you observe them? Moving down through your back. Can you feel the muscles in your back? And maybe like me today at the end of a long day, there's a little pain. There's a little pain there. And sometimes we want to ignore the pain. Sometimes if we observe it and honor it, sometimes it goes away. Sometimes it doesn't. Maybe you adjust a little bit and see if that makes a difference. Those little micro movements. Coming down to your sits bones, connected to the chair. Feel how grounded you are. Can you feel every point of connection? Coming down, moving down your legs, maybe down to your calves. Are they tired from walking today? down to our feet. Can you feel any energy coming out, pushing down into the earth with its gravity pulling us down, pulling us on our feet, grounding us. And finally to our toes. You have 10 toes. Can you feel each toe individually? Now we'll just move on to observing the breath in and out of the nose. We're not counting, we're just observing. Maybe you can feel the difference in the temperature as you breathe in, that cool breath. Maybe you feel the nose go up in, or the air go up into your nose. I don't know if I imagine it or can actually feel the air being filtered by the nose hairs. And when you breathe out, that air is warmer. And if your house is like my house, there's noises. The door was just opened by my 8-year-old. That's part of our meditation. Observe those sounds. Make it part of your meditation. We're not going to react like we would if it was a car. Nothing can ruin this. Everything that is just is. The dog barking, the crickets outside. If you hear something, just observe it. And then come back to the breath. And if your mind has wandered off to something else, good job. Observe that. Observe that your mind is so good at doing what it's supposed to do, thinking about problems, wanting to solve problems, thinking about the past and the future, but bringing it back to the now. The now, observe the now, breathing in and out through your nose one last time. In a moment, I'll ring the bell and we'll end our little video here. But you don't need to stop. You can keep going for as long as you want, just observing and coming back to the breath when you observe that maybe your mind has wandered.